London is a city of change and contrast. The River Thames reflects the brooding centuries of history and the bright swirl of today, of life, of now, of the excitements and pleasures of a great capital. The Tower of London. Splendors and miseries, deaths and fires. Music from royal barges and processions of kings. The Norman Tower among the ancient, strong Roman foundations of London. Sometimes you must look upwards for the contrast, and sometimes downwards. In the city, commerce is all jumbled up with heraldry. One minute you're an insurance broker, the next minute you don splendid robes in a dreamlike procession out of the past. The poses were once to ward off the plague. Inside the classical banks are liveried messengers with top hats. But there are also newfangled devices such as telephones. You are at the heart of commerce. You are also at the heart of history. Sometimes when you look up, the signs denote old commercial houses. Sometimes they denote old ale. The famous and still popular Cheshire Cheese, haunt of Dr. Johnson, is just off Fleet Street, where almost every important newspaper in the world has an office. Fleet Street, the parish pump of Britain. On the majestic steps of St. Paul's, the typists have an hour for lunch. The sparrows and pigeons have lunch all day, fluttering between the steps and the plume sailing in the sky, serene above the bustle of commerce. Change is always round the corner. Change to sudden oases of quiet, with names like Amen Court, Paternoster Row, Ave Maria Lane, Hanging Sword Alley, Bleeding Heart Yard, to a glimpse of book-lined rooms and wide lawns under great trees. Here the lawyers live, thinking. Thinking here in the quiet, loving old gardens and old port. In these quiet gardens, the human tears in the witness box, the furious claims and counterclaims are distilled into precise legal terms. Here is the calm rule of law, but not calm for long. It's all in the papers. Round the corner is Fleet Street again, the street of change, of news, the street where they know everything a day or a month before we do. The mythical Griffin guards Temple Bar, the traditional gateway to the city, the boundary between commercial and social life. Piccadilly Circus, the stone village green of London. To take your girl out, to buy a handbag or an enormous limousine, you start from here. From London's most used underground station, you can get anywhere that matters for a few pennies. This is the West End, full of famous and discreet shops that sell fishing tackle or jodhpurs or diamonds. You can browse around in elegant arcades like long drawing rooms, or in Bond Street, one of the world's great shopping streets. Shopping for the newest things, the latest things, or even a nice cabbage if you happen to live here. People still do, although there are no shepherds in Shepherd Market now, any more than there is hay in the Haymarket. you're in the mood, you can eat outside. You can change from British roast beef to the food of Italy or Greece or China. You can eat modestly, or you can eat like a Renaissance prince in his palace garden. The great hotels are the visitor's first impression of London after the swift airliner, the carpeted ship. It's where you stop to sleep, to eat, to explore, to live. A few yards from the traffic lies a marvellous great calm of trees, a piece of English countryside at the very centre of our affairs. The tempo changes to the timeless world of children, the world of Peter Pan. Life moves peacefully beside the water. Women, and children, and dogs, and the water. A light, airy painting of summer. That's the great thing about a city. You wouldn't look twice at horse riders in the country, but here they're a spectacle, an entertainment. The whole park is a huge piece of stage country, as though it had been laid out overnight to entertain. In a city of theatres, the open-air theatre is something special. This green plot shall be our stage, this hawthorn brake our tiring house. But it's the Tempest they're doing. All hail, great master, grave sir, hail. I come to answer thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on curled clouds, to thy strong bidding, task aerial, and all his quality. Some of the best pieces of pure theatre in London are free. Her Majesty's Horse Guards holding up the traffic with their everyday splendour.